Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober Podcast. I'm Taryn.
I'm Trevor.
And today we'll be talking about some stuff that happened in the country. I feel like we should talk a little bit about inauguration and stuff, but I also got some fun topics.
Oh, I thought you wanted to avoid politics on this one.
Oh, no, I mean, I don't care. Yeah, a new president's in office. That's not really an opinionated thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, true, considering some people, still are like, no, Trump's not gone. Trump's not gone. He's not. I
don't know. I haven't heard from him in a few days.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've heard some bad stuff about
Dude,
him.
that fucking video of him and Melania getting off the plane was hysterical.
Oh,
where he,
yeah.
stopped to wave and Melania was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, she just kept walking. She's
Yeah.
like, she dipped out of here.
Yeah.
She's so done with his shit.
Oh, yeah.
But aren't we all?
Yeah. I mean, can you blame her? Even as a Republican, can you fucking blame her?
Yeah, but before we get into politics, I want to talk about something. So you and I had a conversation yesterday, off camera, like most of our conversations are.
Yeah.
We only have 2 conversations a week on camera.
Yeah. And one of them's about music.
Yeah.
Where we
made a
stay on
bet.
topic. Oh, yeah,
We made
the
a
bet.
Taryn and I made a bet. So we're both single. Taryn just recently deleted his dating apps. I'd say within the last, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
I deleted them probably a couple months ago.
But granted, I didn't use them for a month.
Yeah, you had petered it out.
Yeah.
Which is a very underused word.
Yeah.
Peter. Peter Piper picked back pickled peppers.
You're so hilarious. Go on.
Thank you for acknowledging my hilarity. We made a bet to see who would re-download and start using the dating apps again.
Yeah.
Now, there's 3 outcomes of this bet. I fail. Taryn fails. Neither of us fails. Because one of us has to fail first. Both can't fail.
Yeah.
Both sitting on the couch and, at the same time, I failed. We can't do that. So we had to
Girls!
we had to set a deadline. So June 1st, right?
June 1st.
Summer.
Yeah.
Is when we can go.
Because
back
anyone
on
who's
them.
actually, summer starts June 21st.
I think summer
up.
starts as soon as the temperatures are in the 70s again.
Yeah.
So we made a bet. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the not using the dating apps? Because they're not on your phone now, right?
Yeah, they're not on my
They're
phone.
not on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I was just so bored using them. And whenever I would match with someone, it was just kind of this stressful experience. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm clearly not happy actually using these. So.
Now I'm. That's kind of what's made me not get back on them.
Yeah.
Is they're just not fun. They're not useful. They're not what you want to do. But that is how you have to meet people nowadays, especially in a pandemic.
Yeah. No, I think by June there will be a social aspect of the world again. So
I sure shit hope so, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through another summer
honestly, I don't want to use dating apps.
ever again.
Yeah. I would rather just meet someone.
Have you found the one, Taryn?
Yeah.
And she's so far away.
Yep.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt. How you doing mentally about that, there, bud? You know what would really help, Taryn? Some alcohol.
Some alcohol.
some things to wash away your sorrows.
Old Trevor booze bag over here trying to get me on the sauce.
Why do they call it the sauce?
I
Sauce
don't
is
know,
thick and it's not like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to drink a sauce. Can you someone imagine someone just like, dude, I need to get a drink. Can we stop at Safeway? And they go in and you're like, the drink's over there. No, I'm going over here. And they grab fucking Stubbs
Ketchup.
barbecue sauce. Ketchup.
Yeah.
Ranch. Caesar dressing.
Well,
I love ranch and I wouldn't drink it.
yeah.
That's disgusting.
If someone was like, hey, dude, I'll give you $5 to drink that ketchup, I'd drink it.
For $5?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking straight fucking tomato sugar. They put so much sugar in ketchup.
Yeah. They put so much sugar in
Everything.
soda, so it's fine.
They put sugar in everything, man.
Yeah.
Sugar's everywhere. Sugar's killing you.
So you brought that topic to the class. I brought a topic to class too.
Ooh, what's your topic?
I was wondering, who do you think out of the two of us masturbates more often?
I definitely think it's you.
Definitely.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Sometimes I'll go a couple days. And
Fuck, what?
I'll go like a couple days, and then when I do, it's only once a day. If I do, I'd probably say I'm, I've only had a couple fucking sips of whiskey, and I'm being way too fucking honest.
You're feeling yourself too much.
I don't know. It just feels honest. There's no one actually watching us.
Yeah.
I mean, not until this, lands, 3 months from now.
Yeah.
It blows up. But, I don't know. There's 7 days in a week? I'd say probably at least 4 times a week. Let me guess. You're probably at least double that. There's probably at least 1 day a week where you go twice.
I mean, there's like 2 or 3 times a week I go twice. Jesus Christ, I thought you were going to have like a more apt number.
What do you mean more appropriate number?
Do I have a problem?
No, everyone's different.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's because you're in those tight fucking pants all day that they're rubbing up against your dick and you just get horny from it. You're hornier than the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Oh, for the people who don't understand that joke, go check out our Twitter from this week.
Or listen to the podcast and you'll know they use a lot of horns.
Which are real instruments. I don't know why you think they're not.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so you think it's just like that, just like how I have brown hair and you have blonde hair, just tendency to masturbation?
Yeah, I think it's based
person to
on
person.
I think it's based on your parents' genetics. No, I don't know. That was a joke.
Like I don't know. Like it's just like some days I feel like it's just a chore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you do it standing up.
Dude, I've had this conversation with like 4 people now. Okay. I think you have a problem.
I'm the only one who does it standing up of all the people you talk to.
I mean 2 of them were women.
That's kind of hard.
One of them was my boss. I was like, yeah. So someone was telling me, I didn't say who, I wasn't going to throw you under the bus like that, but I was like, someone was telling me that they stand up while jerking off. Like, what the fuck?
Sometimes, man.
Sometimes. Dude, I like seated. No, I don't.
God, that's so fucking weird. Fetal
position.
Fetal position is the best position.
Yep.
Of all positions, of any position.
Dude, being the little spoon legit is the shit.
Yeah, it's not an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone likes being the little spoon.
Yeah, but we don't get to. You want to know why?
Because we're men.
No, we date short girls.
That
Shorter than us. Yeah.
We need to start dipping our toes in the WNBA. Where they're all like 6 foot, 6'1".
Well, I mean, Valerie was about my height, so you know.
Yeah, but that's not like spooning. You guys are, that's like chopsticking. You guys are the same height. You know. Oh my God.
I hope that caught on camera. That was good.
You're a fucking neck cracking.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to... thought we were going to go back to masturbation.
It always comes back to masturbation.
Yeah. Life is nothing but spending time between your last and your next masturbation.
Have I told my... are we going to have a masturbatory tales section of the podcast?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Want to know why? It's not funny.
It's funny when the official podcast would ask funny, like, big time people.
The only super funny story from that whole podcast was Sark. The one where he tried to suck his own dick and he ended up coming on his eye, and then he had to wear glasses around the house, and then his wife was like, wait, what the fuck?
Okay, so this is the official podcast.
Yeah.
Every episode when they have a guest, they'll ask them if they have any word masturbation tales. And who is Sark?
He is a gaming YouTuber. His name is Mr. Sark.
And he tried to suck his own dick.
Yeah, so they brought up sucking their own dicks, and he was like, yeah, I tried that, and I don't know if it was just like from the sheer effort of pushing myself, but I ended up coming on and getting it in my eye, so my eye was like all burning red and bloodshot, so I put on sunglasses so that my wife wouldn't notice, and they all burst out fucking laughing, because they're just like, wait, what? We thought this was like a story from your youth, not like, oh yeah, this happened last week. Like, she's in the next room, just ask her to do it.
I want to, yeah, okay. That's like a thing. Dude. But how does someone, just trying to do it.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I'm so close. Oh God, I'm so close.
But yeah,
What the
Sark.
fuck?
In my opinion, Sark is the funniest guest they've ever had. Like
I don't remember that episode.
his episode is just hysterical. It's probably like first 40 episodes.
Yeah. Well, you don't listen to it anymore. I listen to it now.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be. It's
Dude.
probably is on par as this podcast right now. It was good.
Oof. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Hot garbage.
What are you timing?
Our podcast.
Why?
So we know how long we're into.
Oh, okay.
Every good... We're state of the art now, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
We got a fancy
Yeah.
camera that you don't have to touch.
Ooh.
You got a fancy new computer that I can see the insides of.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it's clear. It's got a clear case on it. That's like top gaming. Like next you're gonna be asking me like what type of coolant I need to use to cool it down.
Ooh, I do want to talk about cars, but there was something I wanted to say first.
Masturbation.
Yeah, no.
Sucking your own penis.
Oh yeah, did you listen to the first episode of Anything Better?
What's that one?
It's Bill Burr and
Paul Verzi.
Paul Verzi.
I have not listened
Dude,
to it.
fucking hysterical. I love those two together.
What's the premise? Like this is
Talk about
drink.
sports.
Oh, is it sports related?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll listen to it.
Yeah. Like it's mostly Paul bitching about the Knicks.
How do you feel about talking about sports on this podcast? I feel like we
Dude,
can.
I'm fucking game.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like I just feel like some of the podcasts I listen to, like, we don't talk about sports, but it's like, also, they don't know anything about sports. Like, Joe Rogan doesn't know jack shit about fucking football.
Yeah. Like, just because he's not into it, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and, like, you know, I only listen to, honestly, 2 podcasts.
Oh, shit.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan anymore.
Shit. We're a bad podcast.
We're a state-of-the-art podcast, but we're still shit.
Yeah.
We're state-of-the-art shit.
But no, like, I hate the two ends of the spectrum of sports. Like, I feel like we sit in a healthy middle ground of we both watch sports. We like sports.
Yeah.
But so many people are like, oh, you don't watch sports? What are you, a fag? Or it's like, oh, yeah, I watch sports ball.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, like, it's just another hobby. I don't understand why it's this, like, polarizing thing.
Like, why do you watch Bridgerton?
I don't know what that is.
It's a new Netflix show.
Oh,
it's like,
shit.
It's like The Crown.
Emily slapped through that in, like, a day or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But, like,
I heard
just
it's
like,
really good
Yeah.
from Emily.
Well, she doesn't know anything. She likes you.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's the one that Taryn
Is in love with.
is in love with. She
Yeah.
listens to this, right?
She asked me if I talk about her on the podcast, and I was like, good, she doesn't listen.
Wow. No, okay. I just have to say, she's been mentioned in pretty much every single goddamn podcast.
I told her I told her we don't talk about it.
Oh, I hope you watch this one there, Emily.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway,
Jesus.
so
Sports ball. Well, no, I've like
Yeah, no.
Tomorrow are the conference championship games in football. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch those.
Yeah.
You know, and then a couple weeks is the Super Bowl. Not watching fucking Pro Bowl because that's a fucking joke.
What time are the games? Tomorrow.
Oh, I think one's at like 11 and the other one's at like 4.
Okay, I'm trying to dip out of work tonight at about 4 a.m. ish.
Jesus, that's early for you.
Well, I'm just gonna knock out. I don't want to say exactly what's going on. One of the guys is out because he's at a wedding, so I'm gonna just try and do his job as fast as possible, and then hop on over to getting the fuck out of the store. Good, because I'm not supposed to be in tomorrow. So yeah.
So that's what's funny about our. I was thinking about this on the way home. Is our relationship and how like I feel like we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
For roommates.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How,
for fucking roommates. Yeah.
For how different of schedules we work. Because I work during the day like a normal person.
And I work 3 a.m. typically.
Yeah. You work in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And a good chunk of the morning.
Yeah.
And like you get home, go to sleep. I'm already at work. And then you wake up right about when I get home. And then we usually spend that time.
Yeah.
Doing something. Which we have to watch WandaVision. But that's another thing.
We do. We could do that over dinner.
Yeah, I know. That was the plan.
So hold on. I'm actually gonna pull up what my sleep schedule is, like my being awake schedule.
Oh, speaking of sleep schedule, I don't know. Nobody listens to this, but here's my recommendation. I got those fucking bulbs, man.
Oh,
I have those.
yeah.
I have my lights come on at my alarm time. I'm fucking up.
Yeah,
And it's not
dude,
like a
it's-
bad, like, I don't want to be up. I'm like it's like okay,
All right,
let's do this. Yeah, like this morning I got up. I was actually finally, I usually get up and I'm like rushing out the door, you know, kind of
Yeah.
not rushing, but I'm like, I don't really have time to do anything. This morning I got up and I'm like, I have enough time to like make myself a banana smoothie.
Yeah,
You know?
I saw
Got
that.
that? Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
I know
saw-
you had a smoothie too.
You want to know how I know? You left the maple syrup on the counter.
God damn it.
And I was wondering why, and I was like, it's in a smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you put
Peanut butter
protein in
banana
it this
smoothie.
time?
I did. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
I had
adds
some
like
farts. I had some farts though.
so
I had
really
some farts where
deep
somebody
ones.
was. I had some farts where somebody was like, "Did you just shit your pants?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't
I
know.
had a protein smoothie.
Don't know."
So, someone told me this isn't a healthy schedule to live by, Emily. And
I can already tell you that it's not a healthy schedule.
okay, so I get home at noon.
Yeah.
I have breakfast. Like what my breakfast meal is, basically, like based on my nutrition schedule. So I have that meal. I have that at noon. Then I have my pre-workout drink. Then at 1 p.m. I work out. 2 p.m. I have my post-workout smoothie and I go to sleep. 7 p.m. 5 hours later I wake up. 7:30 I have dinner. 9:30 I have my second workout. 10 p.m. I have a snack. 10:30 I go back to sleep. 1 a.m. I wake up. And then on my 3 breaks at work, I have snack, lunch, snack. And that's like my...
You're sleeping 5 hours a night.
No, I'm sleeping 7. I sleep from 2 to 7, and then I sleep from 10:30 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You nap.
Yeah.
You nap like a fucking
I'm
cat.
an intermittent napper.
Intermittent sleeping.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's not healthy. Just sleep until 9. It's math. You know math. Just sleep until 9.
No, see, the main reason I don't want to is it doesn't matter when I wake up. If I'm like at home in the living room, in my bedroom, down here doing anything, if it's between like 11 and 2, I'm going to start getting tired and falling asleep. It doesn't matter if I slept till 9 p.m. Like, it's just like that's how humans are wired. They're not supposed to.
Circadian rhythm is what it's called.
Yeah, so I have to sleep before I go to work. Like, I have to take a nap before I go in at 1 or get up at 1.
I was also the reason that made me think about your unnatural sleep schedule was the fact that this whole week I've been working like 11-hour days, and I've been sleeping like pretty good, but I've definitely had to medicate, you know, in order to stay working.
Oh,
I've definitely had to be like today at like I got to work at 7:45 today and I work until 6, and right at about 4:30 fucking dead. I sat in the office and I was just sitting there. I was like, I could fall asleep right now.
yeah.
I'm so tired. And then I was like, oh nope, Red Bull.
I
And
thought
I
you-
hate it now. I actually I've had so many Red Bulls lately that I hate it. I had another one in the fridge at work. I'm like, I'm just gonna give that to someone else. I don't want it.
Give it to me.
It's at work.
Bring it home.
It's not like a fucking puppy. It's a $2 fucking drink at Fred Meyer's.
Dude, yeah, it's precious $2.
I will chuck it at your fucking head. Cave in your fucking skull with it. I'm tired.
I thought you meant like medicate, like you're like eating like edibles before bed or something.
No.
I thought it was
I
pronounced
don't really have a
eatables.
problem sleeping.
Thought it was pronounced eatables.
Eatables? Who the fuck was that?
Bert.
Oh yeah,
It was
Bert
Bert's
Kreischer.
taxi driver. Or his Uber driver.
Oh, yeah,
He's like,
Bert's
yeah, he was
taxi-
trying to make conversation. And I forget what word he said, but he was like, yeah, I always thought it was pronounced this. And he's like, yeah, like I recently learned it's edibles. And he looks at the driver like, what did you think it was? Eatables. Because you eat them.
I like that. That's actually pretty
Yeah.
fucking adorable. So,
I saw this one post recently. It was like, yo, where can I get some Can someone post up a tutorial on how to make edibles, but without the THC? And someone's like,
snacks?
"Bitch, you mean snacks?"
Okay. So we were talking about sports. So let's talk about sports real quick. Since we're filming this on Saturday, this will come out on Monday.
Yeah. So the results will be out. Who do you think?
We have Buccaneers, Tom Brady
Yep.
versus Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and then we got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Who are looking great this season?
Yeah, against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, reigning Super Bowl champs. So let's start with the Buccaneers and Green Bay Packers, because that's going to be the matchup to watch. That is Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
All season, the Bucs have been playing so sloppy, but just like these last 5 games they've played, like going into the playoffs and the playoffs themselves, they have been dialed in. Like, I don't know what change they made, but I think they're unbeatable right now. I think they're going to take it and win.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. That's all I have to say. Buccaneers win.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what I don't like about him. He's got this like smugness. He's a nice guy, but
Yeah.
I just don't like him. I'm a Seahawks fan, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't care. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. That's why.
I feel like Brady right now has the spirit of Drew Brees behind him going into this game.
Exactly.
So.
I also want to see Tom Brady go to a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick, just to prove that he is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
It's not a system thing.
Oh,
Because obviously it didn't work with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Now.
I think they'll do better in the coming seasons.
Oh, no,
There's just
they've
a
already
warming
pretty
up.
much said that Cam Newton's not coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's rough.
All
All right, now let's look at the other side, because there's actually some interesting points I want to make. I was rewatching
Which
some. The next
the
game.
other game?
Yeah.
Bills and Chiefs.
So I think the Chiefs are gonna win, but I think the Bills could easily win if they just play their own game this Sunday. All right, now hear me out. So every single game, their passing offense, the Chiefs, is astounding.
Yeah.
But their defense is pretty shit.
They don't have a very good defense.
Yeah,
it does what it needs to do, but it's nothing it's not the Legion of Boom like the Seahawks had a few years ago.
So they, like, every game I was looking at of the Chiefs, because I got really into this, they keep it fucking fast paced all the way down the field. And then every team they play against, whether that's their thing or not, thinks like, well, we need to like match their pace. This needs to be like a 65 point to 72 point game. Like, basically.
Yeah, they're trying to do a shootout.
Yeah, and it's like, no. You got to slow it down. Hold the ball longer than them. They got a shit line. Just keep running up the middle. Get some, like, just first downs. Run the clock down.
But that's the problem with the Bills, is they don't have a good run game.
Yeah, true.
Their run game is their quarterback, Josh
Yeah.
Allen. He's their best runner. He's obviously, I don't know who their running back is, but I just know they don't have a very good running game.
But just, like, slow the game down, because they're winning because they're just constantly pushing their way down the field, which they can do because they have such a dominant offense.
And that's, so we live in Oregon, so I grew up an Oregon Ducks fan with Chip Kelly and that spread offense. That
Yeah.
their average scoring drive was like less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's why they didn't win a national championship, because they scored so quickly. Their defense was tired. So then it became, when you're 42-21, all of a sudden the other team's coming back because your defense is so fucking tired. And next thing you know, it's 45-42.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck happened?
But I mean, look at the greatest season football's ever seen, the 2008 Patriots. Just this unbeatable fucking offense. They're just animals, and all they had to do was run into one team with a good defense, Giants, and they lost because they were able to just get enough done on offense against their shitty defense, the Patriots' shitty defense, and then they were able to just hold them enough to slow down the game, which caught Brady and team off guard, and they're able to fucking win. And I think that's all they need to do against the Chiefs.
But I see what you're saying, yes. But the problem is coaching.
Yeah.
You break it down. So you broke it down to the 2008 Patriots versus Giants Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Where you had Bill Belichick versus Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin's a great coach.
Yeah.
You know, so he knew that, and he knew to stick with his game plan.
Yeah.
No matter what the Patriots did.
Yeah.
Now you have a young coach in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I've got a
feel like
feeling he
he's-
may not stick with his game plan.
Might not be as confident.
He may not be as confident as Tom Coughlin would be. So that is where I see the Bills' downfall being, now that you say that. But the Bills have enough talent to do it. You have Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen.
The main thing I want is Brady to shut down yet another Bills championship.
I want the Bills to shut Tom Brady down. Just all these years, and now we get to finally beat you. And not only do we get to beat you in the Super Bowl, we get to beat you.
Yeah. No, like, I definitely want the Bills to win. I hate seeing teams, like, with long droughts of Super... They haven't won one, right?
If they have, it's been a long time. I don't know for sure.
I don't like long droughts.
I do know that they went to 4 straight Super Bowls in the 90s and lost every single one.
Yeah.
That's sad. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost every single one.
Yeah. So, no, if I had to pick a team that I want to win out of those 4, it's the Bills. But the team I think is going to win is going to be the Buccaneers.
Oh, wow.
Like
if all 4 teams, you think Buccaneers?
Yeah.
They can beat all 4.
If I was a betting man, that's where my money would be.
So in Oregon, we can bet on things now with a special app. And the last couple weeks, I've bet. I don't like betting spreads,
Yeah.
because that just gets confusing to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking this team will win, but I'm thinking that they'll only win by like a point instead of, whatever the spread is, 4 points. But this week I bet the Buccaneers to cover the spread. Which is like 3.5. And I also bet for the Bills to cover the spread against the Chiefs, which is like 3.5. So I'm thinking that the Bills will either lose by 3 points or less or win.
Yeah.
And same with the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Because the Packers are favored and the Chiefs are favored. But I also bet on the Chiefs before Patrick Mahomes got cleared from concussion protocol.
Oh, yeah, he did get cleared.
Yeah, so he's going to play. And honestly, man, with his concussion thing, like, he got cleared pretty quick, man. I would be hesitant to come back if I was him. It's 1 year. You've already won a Super Bowl. Slow it down and win more. You're 26 years old. You're worth $500 million.
You don't need to be Brady every year. Like,
not even Brady. You don't need to be Drew Brees. You hear what's coming out about Drew Brees?
What?
His wife came out and was talking about how many injuries he's played through.
Oh, doesn't surprise me. The man's an animal.
That man is an animal. And I remember my first football memories of Drew Brees when he broke, it was either his leg or his arm or something, and it was like bad. It was so bad. And he was playing for the San Diego Chargers.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, and the San Diego Chargers are like, we don't like. I think they didn't re-sign him, so he became a free agent and he went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh man, that's a great career wasted, because of that injury. And then he comes back and he wins a fucking Super Bowl with New Orleans. Not only did he revitalize a team, he revitalized a city. I've never seen someone so loved by a city before.
Yeah.
Like, he's done so much for that city, especially after Hurricane Katrina. He won a Super Bowl. What?
That's just so funny. An athlete did so much for the city since Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, he did. Well, the city was ravaged by Hurricane Katrina, and he did a lot. And he's there.
What they really needed in those hard days of their houses being ripped apart was a good quarterback.
No. I actually mean charity work.
Yeah, I know.
I actually mean charity work. He's done a lot of charity work for New Orleans. He wasn't like Chris Kyle fucking up on the Superdome, fucking shooting looters, which isn't true.
Yeah.
Chris Kyle, American Sniper, is a fucking dirtbag.
Yeah.
I don't care if he is a fucking war hero.
Yeah. No, I don't really give a shit.
He insulted my man Jesse Ventura. I've had a lot of whiskey now, so I'm definitely going down a deep dark rabbit hole. Jesse Ventura is an American hero. Okay,
I don't know who that
body
is.
Jesse Ventura, WWF wrestler.
Oh yeah,
former governor of Minnesota.
Why are you asking me like I know?
I was saying because it's either Minnesota or Michigan. It's one of those M states.
Me.
It's Minnesota because that's where he's from.
All right.
Yeah, you know that?
No.
Jesse the Body Ventura, WWF wrestler, was the governor of Minnesota.
Isn't Kane governor of somewhere?
Not that I'm aware of.
Or that he was running? Hold on, I'm gonna look into this. You keep talking.
So yeah, I'm for Tom Brady winning another Super Bowl because I feel like if he gets 7, then
He's
we
got to retire.
no. Then you're like, I only need 8, 9, and 10, and now I got both hands full of rings. 3 more years, you can do it.
Oh, he's mayor.
Kane?
Glenn Thomas Jacobs Kane is a Republican, and he's the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. He's 53 and 7 foot, 323 pounds. Imagine that being in charge of your legislation. Just a living monster.
The Undertaker just did a podcast on Joe Rogan, and I was
Yeah.
thinking about listening to it because that's probably pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Just living in the world of wrestling,
Yeah.
entertainment wrestling like that,
Yeah.
is probably got to be so interesting. Undertaker did it for 30 years.
Oh, yeah. Listening to, like, Stone Cold talk about, like, a lot of the just,
Goldberg too.
yeah, a lot of the, like, behind-the-scenes stuff. It's super interesting whether you like wrestling or not.
Yeah, and apparently Vince McMahon's a real asshole.
Oh, apparently he's the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
Next to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he's a big Donald Trump supporter.
Yeah, not a surprise.
It's so cool, like, when people are mayors and stuff like that. It's also, when I was in Pennsylvania, I worked at a car dealership while I was there just so I could, have some money to go do some stuff. And one of the technician, I just changed oil and did tires and shit
Yeah.
like that. Basic shit.
Yeah.
The technician next to me was the mayor of that town. Of Hanover, Pennsylvania.
That's fucking crazy.
I think his name was Ben Adams, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were like good friends. He called me up after like I came back over here. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing great," all this shit. I'm like, "Cool, thanks." He's like, "Yeah."
Wait, do you make money as mayor? What?
I don't. It depends on the size of the city, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. You don't get to just be mayor and be like, all right, I'm making $100,000 a year.
And on the East Coast, it's weird because they also have townships.
Oh yeah.
So he was the mayor of the city, and then you have the township, then you have the county,
Yeah.
and then you have the state.
Yeah.
So that was really it was really strange because he was like the mayor. It was like he'd just be late on Tuesdays because he had a chamber of commerce meeting or a city council meeting or whatever it is. I was like, "How'd it go?" He's like, "Yeah, we didn't learn to do anything." I was like, "That's fair. That's politics." Which brings it back to politics somehow.
Yes.
Well, you actually had a car question. I want to answer your car question incorrectly.
So you might be the person because I know you used to be obsessed with Teslas. I'm not sure if you still are, but I started deep diving on this. The estimated cost of turning a car, specifically a Camaro, full electric is about $7,000-ish.
No, that's false. The battery pack alone would cost that or more.
From what I saw, the battery pack was about $4,000 to $5,000, depending on which one.
The battery pack, and then making it fit into your car.
Yeah, true.
You,
I don't know. Maybe like they chose like the ideal car where they had to change very little about the car to make
what car did they choose?
I forget which Camaro model.
So the
it
problem, are you wanting to just convert a car to electric, or are you wanting to make a car that is on par with a Tesla?
No, convert. Basically, make a Tesla with a Camaro body.
So the problem with that, right off the bat, I'm going to say, where they're going to put the batteries is going to make your car handle so atrociously, it would be really bad because they're going to put them in the back because that's where they can put them. Because with a Tesla, you sit on top of the batteries. They're underneath.
Yeah.
They're like a bunch of laptop battery size batteries.
Yeah.
4 to 8 inches thick underneath you that sit where the passengers sit. So your car, obviously not having that capacity to put those there, is going to have to be in the rear or the front. And it's going to make it handle so atrocious with all that weight, it would be undrivable. Even just commuter car.
I'll show you the video that I was checking out later because they did it to, I think, a 2012 Camaro, I want to say.
Okay, they did to a Camaro.
Yeah.
But then...
So the main reason I'd want to do this, even if it was like bat for bat the same as getting a Tesla, I hate the way Teslas look. I hate everything about...
I think the Model S looks good.
Well, so
They're not the worst looking car. Let's
yeah,
give
they're
them
not
that.
the worst, but the main hangups I have is that, like, yes, it doesn't need it, but I hate that it doesn't have a grill. To me, it just looks so dumb that it's just like the sleek, just like continuation instead of having like the grill underneath. Like, I think that's just such a good look.
You know what? I agree with you, but that's because I love cars. And
Yeah.
I think the Aston Martin is, and every car person will agree with me that the Aston Martin is one of the prettiest cars.
Oh, yeah.
All the recent Aston Martins, their grills are what set them apart.
Yeah.
But Teslas don't need that. That's
Yeah,
why they do
yeah.
it, and it's better for aerodynamics. It's a Blackbird. It's
Yeah.
an SR72 Blackbird
Yeah.
because it doesn't need that. It's purely for aerodynamics, and grills are for cooling systems.
Yeah. It's for getting air.
Yeah,
flow.
through the cooling
Yeah.
system. So
And but no, I just still think like they just look better. Like, at least like
I
put
agree.
something that looks like a grill there.
I know I agree, but Tesla I think have the best noses of electric cars.
Yeah, I can agree
Because
with
if you
that.
look at other electric cars
They look
that don't,
stupid.
they didn't do it right, and they kept the shape. They just lost the grill, so they put just basically, it's plastic.
Yeah.
It's not metal. They put plastic over it. They just didn't put the cutout there and put a grill in it.
And then the other major hang up I have is I hate the fucking iPad in the middle.
That I feel like is
Distracting as shit in my mind.
yes, and that relates to what I was about to say. I'm trying to think of the right words to say it. Is a it explains society today that
Yeah.
we need that big giant fucking television screen.
Like, oh, that's cool. You can like probably like type in an exact temperature you want and do everything in your car with that screen perfectly.
69.7 degrees
But
Celsius.
like, to me, I'm just like, I don't care about that shit. Like, one of my coworkers is like so hung up on the fact, like, I just don't understand how you don't have heated seats, you know? Like, I just love my heated seats. They're just my, why would you get a car without heated seats? And I'm just like, because I don't give a shit. Like,
That's a
what the
luxury. My
Gross.
truck doesn't have power windows or power locks.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, that's a little weird.
It's just
Yeah,
a truck,
no,
you
yeah.
know. My
But no,
motorcycle
like-
doesn't have power windows. I just wanted to point that out.
But no, like, I feel like heated seats, like how underdressed are you for the cold where that's a problem?
Well, no, here's the other problem, though. Once you get heated seats, guess what they're going to say? You don't have air-conditioned seats. That's a thing. Air-conditioned seats are a thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, no, I've sat in many a BMWs that have that.
Dude, this is what it's like being broke. You don't even know that this shit exists.
You know what's even worse? Is being broke and working at a fucking car dealership where all the cars you get to drive have all this shit and you fucking get to go home
then
in
you
your
get
Ford Ranger. with no power windows.
I say that as I'm wearing all this shit.
Yeah.
I'm broke. I'm broke.
I'm
Woe
broke
is
with
me.
your new Chelsea boots.
Hey, they're Wyatts. Shut up.
Is there a difference? I thought Chelsea boot was a style.
Chelsea boots are the ones that have like the kind of like
Buckle?
that like strap of like elastic
Oh,
stuff.
they're like fancy Romeos.
Yeah. Kinda.
Romeos? What is it?
Romeos, I think. I
Romeos?
don't know. But Wyatts have the side zip.
Chelsea boots are just urban Romeos.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Romeos or whatever, because I've noticed that wherever you go, they're pronounced differently.
Yeah.
Romeos.
I mean, like, good Chelsea boots will definitely have a better, like, shape to them. Like, Romeos are chunky.
Well, yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, no. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that those are for working
Yeah.
in the fields, and these are for going and
Out to...
getting fucked in the butt.
Yeah. You know me.
Um,
But yeah, so, like, those are the two main hangups I have with Teslas. And then also... like, just the overall body, I don't like the shape of them. I like the Camaro look. I like that kind of, like, muscle car-ish, like, sporty kind of look. So it's like, I would love to have an electric car for the environment, cost of gas, cost of maintenance, I heard, is way lower on electric, too.
Oh, yeah, no oil changes.
Yeah. And also...
the only problem is that what I've heard is that about every 6 to 8 years, you have to get a new battery pack, and those cost $4,000 to $5,000.
Jeez.
So there goes all your oil changes.
Yeah. But still, like, I feel like just the benefit to the environment is close to worth it. Just like, I don't know.
I don't know if this still stands true, but I remember when the Priuses were big, and when I worked at a Toyota dealership, that the amount of emissions just from building the battery pack for a Prius way offset what they save the environment, because the minerals are mined in Africa, shipped to Canada and refined, and then and shipped by boat to China.
How about you just let me
shipped?
How about you just let me have my electric car? Also,
no, I think Tesla's a great thing. I would love a Tesla.
Yeah.
But I don't like the way they do things.
Yeah.
I think it's very speculative. For sure. For what do they have? They have the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X,
and the Model Y.
Has the Model Y out?
Yeah.
And the Cybertruck's not out yet.
Cybertruck's not out.
So they have 4 models.
Yeah.
S, 3, X, and Y. Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah, that was done on purpose because Ford shut them down on the Model E.
Yeah.
Which Ford's Mustang Mach-E is shit. They keep pushing that thing because I'm a diehard Ford guy. I've had 3 Mustangs in my life, all Fox bodies.
Hey, Trevor, how many Mustangs have you had? I think you've brought it up on the podcast. How many times? 3.
I don't think I've ever brought it up.
No, you brought it up at least one other time.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many times do you bring up your fucking...
Douche Camaro?
No, your fucking girlfriend that you're never going to date.
Emily. Where are you?
Because I'm so sorry. Is Tom Morello part of Blink-182?
Not anymore. Oh, wait,
Which one is he?
Tom Morello? Oh, he was never... I heard
Which
Tom
one is Tom Morello?
He's Rage Against the Machine. He's the guitarist.
Okay, he did a remix of a song. He was a remix of a song that I liked that I think you might like. He made it better. Like, this was a remix that made the song better. But anyways, that's beside that. We'll talk about that on Surprisingly Music. We won't. But it'll never be brought up again.
We're talking about Chris Stapleton this week. Oh, Jesus.
You know what? I got to say, that first song on that one was like, I was like, fuck. Can we go back and change this? And I listened to the rest of the album like,
dude, you've made it through
palatable.
You've made it through the album.
I've made it through 3/4 of the way through the album.
I haven't made it through the album yet. Dude, do you know what I've been doing? I've been listening to fucking... Hold on, I want to get the album title right.
Yeah, so Surprisingly Music, we're trying something different where we can be more relatable to you youths. And we're listening to stuff from the last year only.
Yeah, and we draw it out of a hat so that it's random.
This hat, I still kept it here.
Yeah, and where Trevor made giant pieces of paper to force his decision on me. So, yeah, I've been listening to the Chromatica album by Lady Gaga a lot, and that album fucking slaps.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's her new 2021. It is a authentically great fucking album.
Her last album before that, if I remember correctly, it was one of those like it was
the Star Is Born soundtrack. And
no, not that one.
Joanne.
It's the one with her in a big pink hat.
Yeah, Joanne.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 2016.
That's the one with Just a Million Reasons. And there's a couple songs on there that I fucking love. Lady Gaga is a national treasure.
Dude, like the second the main single off Chromatica, Rain on Me with Ariana Grande, I don't fucking know. Her part's not that like that Ariana Grande sounding. So like it's
nasally?
Yeah.
Well, and annoying.
Well, it's like it just goes with the
Celine Dion
song.
Impersonation.
Like the second she starts singing on the track, it's just like, why do I think she is the pop star that's going to like be the one that goes down in the books over Beyonce. Like, I do not understand the Beyonce hype.
Lady Gaga?
Yeah. Lady Gaga over Beyonce.
I do not understand the Beyonce hype either. First of all, I want to talk about Ariana Grande real quickly. One of my coworkers today was blasting Ariana Grande, saying that she is their favorite, and this is a 54-year-old white man. She's their favorite
it's
like pop star. And he was like, I can't believe you like Taylor Swift. Yeah, he's like, I'd love to see her eat an ice cream cone. Like, that's creepy. Okay?
You'll need to tell me which of your coworkers this is off the...
You know which one it was. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I said J at first, the J name one.
Oh, well, yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought you were saying Chunky, but yeah.
Oh. Dude, what the fuck, man? He's definitely, like, peeped on his daughter.
I'm not going to go there. But anyway, Lady Gaga is superior in all ways to Beyonce.
Yeah.
What is the hype with Beyonce? Now, I haven't really listened to her. I do. The only song that I like of hers, and the only reason I like it is because it had one of my favorite artists in it. That'd be Jack White.
Oh, I didn't know that they had a crossover at any point.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
No, I mean, I think she's in her 40s. She's a mid-40s, black woman, multi-millionaire, married, singing songs about being single, so she's totally relatable and people love her.
That was a decade ago.
I know.
That single lady song was a decade ago.
But people act like she's one of them. Like, you know, that's why people listen to her. Like, it's because it's like, oh, she's queen, but she's, you know, like, relatable. And she's like, it's like, no, she's not. She's a multimillionaire.
I don't think that's why people listen to her, because she's had Maya Rudolph could do a good impersonation of her on SNL. And the thing was always how rich she was. They named their daughter Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Or son. Is it a boy or a girl?
I think it's a girl.
Yeah, they named her and Jay-Z?
Yeah.
50 Cent?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
That's why I said yeah when you said Jay-Z.
I get the two mixed up, though.
They are nothing alike.
I don't know, man. One of them has 99 problems.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know.
50 Cent's the one who got shot.
I thought they've both been shot. I just
Maybe
assume
Jay-Z's
if you're a
been
rapper, you've been shot at some point. Unless you're white.
Then you shoot yourself.
Then you just grew up in a trailer.
Mac Miller shot himself, right?
No, he OD'd, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which I listened to some Mac Miller for the first time last night. It's weird that you bring that up. It was an NPR Tiny Desk concert. It was fucking awful.
Oh, it was? I was expecting like, full-blown opposite.
No, it was awful. I couldn't understand what he was fucking saying.
Damn.
He's like, yeah, it's like, I can't even do a good impersonation because I'm not drunk enough. I swear to God. Dude, it was awful.
Like, I hate to sound like an old man, but I definitely hate new age rap music. Like, I can get why people liked a lot of the older rap stuff, like Tupac and Biggie and all that stuff. I don't like it, but I can, like, listen to it and be like, yeah, it makes sense.
California Love is a great fucking song by Tupac.
Oh, okay.
California Love.
Yeah. And then even, like, the kind of, like, ones that came up big in the 2000s, like Drake, Lil Wayne, like all those.
Drake is not good at all, but Lil Wayne.
I can understand, though, why people like that music.
Yeah, like, but like Lil Wayne, that's just more iconic at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Oh my God, that's not even Lil Wayne.
That's Lil Jon.
That's Lil Jon.
There's so many Lils. Okay, Lil Peep.
Is he still alive?
I'm fairly certain Lil Peep is dead.
Dude, I think it was Lil Peep. He just sounded like a fucking 14-year-old, like, making music in his basement, but people thought it was the greatest thing.
So, Scott had a good point, my stepdad. I probably shouldn't have said his name.
Yeah, you bring him up a lot.
I don't, actually. First of all, he had a good point when my brother at Christmas was shitting on Lil Peep or Lil Pump or something, one of those, about how they had a shit life and they're rapping about that. They're making music about it to express themselves. So I don't ever harp on that. I don't like it. You know, it doesn't sound good. And that's why I've really learned in the last few years, especially with our Surprisingly Music podcast, is to not shit on the music so much because, like, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, I gave that a 3 just because it's not my type of music. But those, out of all the albums we've listened to, I have to say, been the most prolific lyrics I've ever heard of a song. They were the most meaningful of all the lyrics I've heard.
You're putting them above For Blood and Empire?
Yeah, because they just straight up said, like, fuck racism, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, Anti-Flag is second. You know?
Yeah.
All the music I give you is bullshit, lyrically.
I'm so sad.
I'm not giving you anything like that.
Oh, let me go listen to I Cry Alone some more.
I mean, I listen to that alone as I cry. A lot.
Anyway.
When was the last time you cried?
It's been a while. It's definitely
2020?
been a while.
I'd say 2019 at least.
I don't know. I don't remember. Gotta push it all down and forget.
Yeah, don't pet the puppy. Don't pet the puppy.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
How great Lady Gaga is.
She is great.
Dude,
just a million reasons or whatever it is.
That song's really good.
That
song's really good.
Even her early shit when she came out.
See, I'm not too big of a fan of her like early stuff, like the super bubblegum poppy kind of. Yeah, like that. Yeah,
Star is Born though I haven't seen the movie. I've heard a couple of songs. Bradley Cooper is amazing.
Dude, Shallow from A Star is Born has 1.4 billion listens.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's insane.
But let's talk about actors in being musicians. So, Bradley Cooper, I think, is one of the best actors to musicians.
Is he like actually full blown making music now?
He made music for A Star is Born.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is he actually making music?
No, he's not making like albums that I know of. Okay. Obviously, one could be in the works. You never know.
Yeah.
But him being a musician was incredibly good.
Yeah.
From what I've heard of
him being a singer.
Yeah, he played guitar too.
Oh, he did.
From what I've been told and read. Yeah. So,
I mean, like playing guitar is pretty easy. So.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking easy. I mean, it's not as easy as hitting a bunch of shit, but you know. Actually, that's not true. I can't fucking play drums.
Yeah, I can't play guitar. What the fuck are we talking about?
We're just shitting on each other.
Yeah.
We're busting each other's balls, as Taryn would say.
Dude.
I did that in a Taryn impression because Taryn's a piece of shit.
Dude, I remember when I saw A Star is Born.
I've never seen it.
Fuck. Who was? Someone wanted to watch it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah,
fine,
okay.
Let's put this on. So we're sitting there watching it. I'm like just staring at her fucking tits bobbling around. And then Dice came on the screen.
Wait, whose tits were bobbling around?
Hers.
The girl?
The girl on the date.
Okay, so it was a girl you wanted to fuck.
Yeah. And then Dice comes on the screen. The fucking Dice man is the dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was just like...
You're like, Hickory, Dickory,
Doc! This bitch gonna suck my cock. And I was just like, holy shit, that's Dice. And she was like, who? And I was like, Dice, he's a famous comedian. He's like super big in like the 80s and 90s. Like he kind of like made what dirty comedy is today. I think it's safe to say, like, yeah, Lenny Bruce made it legal. Dice defined comedy was.
He was one of the steps up the stairs to where we're at today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Hickory, Dickory.
And pretty much anyone who tells like dirty jokes as like a stand-up comedian, like, what's your inspiration? Dice.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that. Offensive shit.
Then she was like, oh, we should watch some of his stuff. And I was like, no.
You want to have sex after this, right? Because we're not going to do that.
We're going to have sex. Then we can watch Dice.
And that'll give you a reason to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the good old days.
Start with the, I forget which comedy album it is, but the opening joke is, so this chick's sucking my dick, right? First line. And it's just like, I'm going to go. And then gets up and leaves.
Yeah. But anyway, musicians and actors. Actors who become musicians.
Yeah.
We need to talk about how shit...
musicians are that become actors?
Actors that become musicians. We need to call out Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye.
Oh, dude, his fucking butt rock, fucking garbage album. Or
His
I only heard a song of
ass
it.
rock, not butt rock, ass rock garbage. He was featured in like a fucking Jeep commercial.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking awful, his music. I was like, who listens to this?
Yeah.
And you're selling albums purely based on who you are,
Yeah.
not because of your musical talent.
Which I'm okay with in some regards, but I don't like it when people who are that level of famous try to keep branching out in other shit. Like, I've talked about this before. I'm sick of famous people starting podcasts, which, yeah, that's a very narrow-minded view of someone who's trying to, like, make a podcast that people want to listen to. But it's like, you already have your market. Like, you already have your multi-millions. Stay there. Let other people find their creative format and stuff in what they want to do.
And that's where I disagree, Taryn.
Well, I think there's hundreds of thousands of people trying to make it as musicians.
Yes, but with podcasts, I don't know if that's the point you were trying to make. Well, music nowadays, though, not with TV shows and things like that, but with podcasts and music, there's so many avenues out there where you can put your own stuff out, do your own thing.
Yeah.
Where if it's good, people will come. That's obviously why no one listens to us, because it's hot garbage.
And also because we've been doing it for like a couple months. Jesus.
October, November, December, January. I think we're almost to 30 episodes.
Damn.
That's between Surprisingly Music and Surprisingly Sober, though. So 15 of each. We're new.
Yeah, we're young. Like, I feel like if you're under, like, 200 episodes, you're still pretty fresh.
Yeah, like podcasts that have been doing one a week are just now 200 to 300 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, because they've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
We're pretty fucking new, and that's why I'm tweeting out this hot garbage. Because that's what we are.
But no, so the point I'm trying to make is, like, when you're an actor, like a famous actor, not just some nobody, you got your $400 million net worth, you got your house in Hollywood, and you're sitting there literally just thinking, like, oh, well, I need to do more. I'm going to make an album. And it's like, Jeremy Renner. People know who the fuck Jeremy Renner is, so they're going to find this album easily. What are you looking at? It's recording.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But one thing, okay, just a quick thing about our new state-of-the-art podcast is I've noticed that the delay between the camera and the screen there is like non-existent.
It's like a second, like half a second.
I wouldn't even say that. Like,
there's a difference. There's a separation.
It's a split second.
Yeah.
Because I used to be able to look at the camera and then look at the screen
And
and
catch
watch
your own
myself.
eye.
Yeah, like watch
Yeah.
myself looking at me, and then it would go.
Yeah.
And then now it's like nothing.
Yeah.
We are so fucking state of the art.
Jesus
That's why you
Christ.
need to listen to us, because we
Anyway,
gotta pay for all this shit.
So, like, someone like Jeremy Renner, like, he already has a name, so people are going to listen to his album. They're going to spend time listening to his album.
and then Jeep paid him
Yeah.
for his music.
And it's like there are hundreds of thousands of people trying to put out music and make a name for themselves. You already made a name for yourself. Go back to making your fucking movies, okay? Go sit in your fucking mansion and do something else with your goddamn time.
You took a goddamn good actor's job in Avengers, so you can go fuck yourself. Okay?
Yeah, I don't give two shits about Jeremy Renner. Like, when the news came out that he was a potential wife beater, I was like, who gives a shit?
It's like, yeah, they should have put Jensen Ackles in there in the first place.
Granted, Jensen turned it down.
Well, we all make mistakes, don't we?
Yeah. Well, when you're doing... They told him, like, what the movie deal was, basically. Like, yeah, you're going to appear in a bunch of movies. And he was like, yeah, that doesn't work out with doing a full-time TV show.
Which, let's be honest, was the best decision.
Yeah. He's just so perfect for Supernatural.
Because when did Avengers start? 2012?
Avengers 1 came out 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
And we got another 8 years.
Out of Supernatural.
Because, you know, they were talking about that in 2010. So we got another decade of Supernatural because of it.
Yeah. So,
I would take a decade of Supernatural over the 4
Hawkeye.
movies that Hawkeye's been in.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he's been in a few movies. He's been
But
in all the
now-
Avengers movies, but not
But now we're gonna get Soldier Boy.
in The Boys.
The Boys.
But he can still come into the MCU now.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, his schedule's pretty freed up. I mean,
Yeah.
Jared Padalecki is gonna be Walker.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Which I just want to share a fun fact about my childhood. I don't know if you knew this, but I was a big fan of Chuck Norris in Walker, Texas Ranger as a child. You know,
Yeah.
I was born in '95. You know, I would watch reruns. And
Dude, why are you staring at me so intently?
Because what I'm about to tell you is very deep and intimate, and I'm sure if my dad listened to this, he'll text me and let me know that I'm correct. He doesn't listen to this. No one does. Anyway, so he's gonna text me.
Dude, holy shit, just say it!
So I loved Walker, Texas Ranger, and Forrest Gump, and as a child, I used to run around yelling, "I'm Walker, Texas Forrest Gump," or "I'm Texas Ranger Forrest Gump," or something like that, because I loved Walker, Texas Ranger. But guess what? I'm not gonna watch Walker with Jared Padalecki. I don't care.
I'm probably
the CW was a joke of a fucking
network. Yeah.
The Supernatural was the only thing holding that thing together, and then they fucking decided to end it. Like, no one wants to watch Riverdale.
Well,
Is that even on CW anymore? Or is
dude,
it on
I don't
Netflix?
fucking know. I'm happy Supernatural ended. Not because it ended, like, not because I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that show, it's
It
gone
ended
now.
good.
Like, it was like, alright, we have 15 fucking years of this now. We're good.
And it ended good.
Yeah.
It's one of the only shows to have done good its entire way through and ended good. I don't like the way Breaking Bad ended.
I would say there's some not great parts in the middle of Supernatural. Like, season 8 kind of was meh.
The one where Sam didn't have a fucking soul.
Season 6.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah. Season 7 has a lot of negative opinions. I personally thought the Leviathans were pretty cool.
They were fun. We got Charlie from it.
Yeah, and then also, like, the politic aspect of it was really entertaining, especially looking back, like, from 2016 to 2020. Like, basically, like, seeing evil government in real life, then seeing evil monster-filled government, and you're just like...
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think we need to dive into politics.
Politics. Ooh.
So inauguration happened.
Yeah.
I started watching something on HBO. It's a miniseries, John Adams. John Adams was our second president.
Yeah.
He was our first vice president.
Hey, Trevor, do you like history?
He was the founding father. No, not into
Okay.
it. He was a founding father. John Adams. You know, his son was a president as well. First father-son presidential duo. I don't fucking know.
Did Washington have kids?
I'm fairly certain he had kids. Funny enough, John Adams named one of his grandsons or something was George Washington Adams. Adams was very prominent in getting Washington to run the military and getting funding for a new army. So John Adams was revolutionary in helping this country.
All right, so you're watching the show John Adams.
So the night before the inauguration, I just so happened to watch an episode of this miniseries where it's of George Washington getting inaugurated. Mm-hmm. And it happened in Philadelphia. Very unconventional because this is the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
You know, now it happens in D.C. on Capitol Hill. And it's so funny because the way that George Washington is described is this big, tall, you know, like he's a huge human being for the time. He's 6'4" or something like that.
Yeah, and that's like for reference, like 6'9" now.
Yeah. So
Like,
he's huge,
towering,
and he's the commander in. You know, he's the commander in chief. You know, he was the general of the army and elected president.
Yeah,
and you know, you have this guy reading. You know, he's like, you know, I, George Washington, you know, take the oath of office as president. You know, and then you have George Washington just quietly doing it, and people are like, what's he saying? Like, he was such a humble person, you know?
Yeah.
And then watching that inauguration, I didn't even think about it. I was just watching it, and then the very next day, watching another inauguration, the actual inauguration of a president.
Yeah.
And one that will definitely go down in history because it was during the pandemic, so there was no crowd, you know? A lot of turmoil
Yeah.
from the last presidency. the last president before Trump to not attend the inauguration of another president was Andrew Jackson.
Why did he not attend?
Or no, it wasn't Andrew Jackson. It was the vice president of Lincoln, Andrew Johnson. Sorry.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson.
Why did he not attend?
I read the reason, but I'm forgetting why, as to why he didn't.
But anyways,
he didn't believe in Grant. He didn't really believe in Grant. Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh, what a big fucking baby.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't a big fan of his. He thought that he was, and he was right. That's the problem. Ulysses S. Johnson,
but still,
Grant. Ulysses S. Grant. Fuck, I'm drunk.
Obama 100% didn't believe in Obama, but he was still a fucking adult. Or
he didn't believe in Trump.
Yeah, he was still a fucking adult about it, you know.
Yes, but would you have blamed him now, looking back, for not going?
I wouldn't have blamed him, but I still would have been like, dude, come on.
He had the decency to do it.
Yeah.
That is what a president should be.
Yeah.
Now, as a president, you got to do a lot of things you don't want to do, but that's what we look back about presidents and you know, like that sort of stuff. He did that thing even though he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like
they definitely don't want to bomb all those children, those Pakistani kids, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do
to save the American people.
You gotta really use up that $980 billion budget, otherwise.
And that is something that I really want to look into personally, and I want to have you help me do with the math and shit like that. It just does not make any sense. Of like, it really costs $980. It costs $1 trillion.
Yeah, a
to
year
keep this country safe.
Yeah.
From foreign threats.
Dude,
how much does Russia spend on their fucking military?
I think it's about a fifth of what we spend.
And they're a threat.
Yeah.
If you have to spend 80% more than another country to defend yourself from that country, then you should probably spend your money a little more effectively.
I feel like, so take nukes out of the equation, because nukes are just an annoying Trump card of a situation. Like, well, they could just fire nukes. I feel like it's like,
no one will ever fire nukes.
They can harm us, but we'll win because we're spending that much more. Like, we'll undoubtedly win, but it's a matter of we don't want our citizens harmed.
But that's the problem.
Like, I get that, but it's like,
we play the nuke card, but it's like we have defense systems in place.
Yeah. I don't think for nukes.
They'll blow them up in the atmosphere. Then you'll have an EMP, which will cause harm. You know, with communication systems and power grids, but nothing that will destroy people like Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Yeah. Now, this is obviously just me fucking talking after a whiskey. Yeah, I'm speculating in my basement.
So, I think it's almost like running a business, how the military is going about their expenditures, because I'm sure they're like, oh man, it's October and we've only used 700 billion of our budget. We need to use that last 280 on something. Otherwise, they're going to say like, oh, out of your $980 billion used last year, you only needed 800 billion. So we're going to knock it down to 800 billion. So I think it was like that. And they just kept like piling it up. And they would keep hitting the ceiling and then being like, could we have some more?
That's perfect.
So
I'm glad you did that voice too.
So I think it's just kind of like that, and it just became this over the top thing. Like, obviously Reagan definitely pushed that boundary a little of upping the military expenditures way above what's reasonable.
Reagan was so like ending the Cold War, but also definitely upping the militarization.
Yeah, like I'm sick of people acting like people like Obama and Biden and stuff are warmongers. It
was actually Bush. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't Reagan, because Bush was vice president during Reagan. George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
And he did Desert Storm and invaded the Middle East, which was the real the real not real war kind of thing. Like the Cold War was, Russia could harm the world. And Russia, like what's going on today in Russia, which we'll talk about. I don't know if you've heard about this. I'm sure you have. You've been on Reddit. But like the Middle East, the whole thing about oil is just fucking crazy. It's so ridiculous.
Did you see the video of the Russian police getting hit with snowballs?
No.
At the protests? So, it's these 4 cops in Russia, and they're just, like, standing in a circle, like, literally just, like, a foot away from each other talking. They're getting pelted with hundreds of snowballs, and they're just continuing their conversation. And the level of brain-dead fucking comments. Oh, if you did that in America, they'd be shooting at you with, rubber bullets and stuff and throwing tear gas into the crowd. Do you know what the Russian police do to people? Do not even compare American cops to Russian cops. Like,
you disappear.
Yeah. Like, they'll just fucking kill you. Like,
you disappear.
Yeah.
Like, they do more than just kill you. You disappear.
Dude,
I'm hoping I disappear at some point.
This one drunk British dude, funniest fucking video. He must have thought he was back home or just didn't know how the cops were in Russia. But he's all drunk and stuff. And they're like yelling something at him. And he gets up on their car and he starts like jumping on the hood and kicking the windshield. And they just beat the ever living shit out of the guy with their nightstick.
The cops?
Yeah, the cops beat the shit out. It was fucking hysterical.
If you want to know how Russia is, just listen to Bert Kreischer's The Machine story.
Yeah.
And that was the late 90s when that happened.
But no, it was just like, okay, get your head out of your ass. Like, American cops aren't nearly as bad as Russian cops.
Now, I was thinking about this because, like, you know,
they'll go through your Facebook and Photoshop you out of all of your own pictures.
Yeah. So I've been kind of thinking about, because I talked about a couple of weeks ago when the Capitol Hill thing happened about, you know, potentially running for office.
Yeah.
Which I don't foresee me actually gaining anything out of it. What it is it's more of just a way to get out there that we need more young people in politics. Mm-hmm. We don't need these young Democrats and young Republicans, you know. We need people actually doing shit. We need AOCs and shit like that. Doing things.
Whether you agree with AOC or not, she is what's driving this country forward in terms of, like, the idea that young people can do shit.
And they need to.
Yeah.
Because we have someone who is 80 fucking years old in Nancy Pelosi speaking for our party, which I've been doing a lot of research into the Founding Fathers as of the last month. And guess what? None of them believed in a party system at all. Not a two-party system, 1 party, 3 party, 4 party, 5 party. No parties.
Yeah.
Purely run based on platform. Okay? Look, I am pro-choice. I am
pro-gun.
I to an extent.
Yeah.
I am okay with you owning whatever gun you want as long as you pass all the fucking security checks. I don't want you taking a fucking 50 caliber rifle and shooting children in the fucking head.
Do you know what is the funniest fucking thing about the Capitol Hill rioters?
What?
Everyone who's been caught got a felony charge, which means they can't buy a gun and they can't own guns.
Good. And they're definitely gun owners.
They are the peak Second Amendment. You can't come and take my gun away from me. Yeah, well, you came and took your gun away from yourself, dipshit.
Yeah.
Like, they are the most fucking stupid people on the planet. I
haven't talked to my dad about this. Because my dad's also a history buff as well.
Yeah. I think that's where you got it from.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder. Definitely wasn't my mom.
Yeah. I definitely got hating women from my father.
You did, not me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I just wanted to make sure that people didn't think that you were talking in my voice.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to my dad about the Confederate flag being flown inside the Capitol building because he's a big Civil War buff, and that's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, it didn't happen during the Civil War.
Yeah, we talked about this last podcast.
I know. It's just it's historical that happened.
Yeah.
Almost 200 years after the fucking Civil War.
Yeah.
A Confederate flag was flown inside the fucking...
So what you're saying is we should execute that guy.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm for it. That just wasn't expecting you to be.
Is
High
treason not a death penalty offense? I'm fairly certain it is.
I would say let's just throw him in like Guantanamo
Obviously,
Bay or whichever one we have
obviously,
left.
yeah. I'm hyperbolizing for effect, but yeah, no, it's high treason. You
Yeah.
know, that's the Confederates were treason. They were traitors.
Yeah.
They were traitors. Now, yes, you can say that they were in effect traitors just as the founding fathers were, but for bad reasons. You know,
Yeah. And then
the founding fathers were taxation without representation and things like that.
Yeah.
Not we want slavery.
yeah.
We want to
And
enslave other people.
Also, if the Confederacy would have won, then we'd be living in the Confederacy, and flying the Union's flag would be the wrong flag to fly. Like, it's...
Yeah, I get what you're saying with it. Yeah, yeah.
You lost your right to be separate from the country, all right? You lost the war.
Yeah. You're right and wrong. What most likely would have happened was that you'd have a northern United States and a southern United States. You'd have a USA and a CSA, Confederate States of America and United States of America. And it probably would have stayed the same. In Oregon, we probably would have been non-slavery, but slavery was going to die out anyway. That's what a lot of people. That's what the founding fathers were talking about, ending slavery. Thomas Jefferson was anti-slavery, yet had over 600 slaves in his lifetime, and also had an affair with a slave, which Thomas Jefferson is very problematic.
I love this guy. I need to learn more about him. He is my idol.
He's very nuanced. That's one thing that I learned from this Adams thing, because while watching it, I did a lot of research and ended up missing most of the show, and doing my own research. Adams and Jefferson, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were friends. And then when Adams became president, Thomas Jefferson was vice president, they became bitter rivals, because that was back when you finished second, you were vice president.
Yeah, which is how it should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Unlike running mates.
You need that sort
diversity.
That diversity. You need that devil's advocate in your ear. You know, as vice president.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of politicians that are running these days,
they live in echo chambers.
Well, and they just don't respect each other.
They don't.
Like, the two people who will be running for president don't have respect for each other, and you need respect for each other if you're going to be sharing the highest seat in the country.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy how
it's
narrow-minded these fucking geriatric fucking cunts can be.
And that goes back to what we originally started talking about, was we need people who represent the future.
Yeah.
That's what government is, because government takes so long to get things going. Like, something could be passed now. The COVID thing is so new, how things can happen and then immediately take effect with the stimulus checks and things like that.
Yeah.
Government usually takes a while for anything to go through, for infrastructure, things to go through. Like, they'll pass an infrastructure bill. It'll take 2 years to finally come to fruition.
Yeah. Dude, if I was to hold fucking office, the hill I would die on in my campaigning time would be getting rid of the fucking bills where it's like, all right, this is the COVID relief bill. Why is it 4,000 pages and only the first 2 pages are about COVID relief? Oh, that's the other stuff.
The Declaration of
Independence. We vote on that in 30 minutes.
Yeah, the Declaration of Independence is only like a couple pages.
Yeah.
It's a page.
Yeah.
Like a big enough page. But
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a big page, but
it's you can read it in less than a half an hour.
Yeah.
Like the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
And
it's just like
the Constitution is a couple pages.
I don't understand why people or why politicians think that that's like the right thing to do. Like, here's this bill that has like 500 subsections of it that have nothing to do with the main thing that the bill is about. But yeah, my constituents are really put. I mean, I need this.
Like,
it's like, what?
One of the COVID stimulus bills had something that made what was it? Like porn?
Oh yeah, it was like putting restraints on streaming, and it was like gonna put porn at risk.
Which,
Dude,
why is that a part of the COVID stimulus bill?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense and then you had people voting no on it because of things like that. Not that specific reason, but there were other things in that bill. And then they're like, well, this person voted no against you getting, a check. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they voted no against this
You not being able to jerk off the porn.
insane fucking bill that had like thousands of parts to it. And they were told like after 6 hours they had to vote on it. And it's like, that's not enough time to read all that.
So I was thinking about this on the way home as well. I think a lot on the way home.
I was going to talk about something
go ahead.
in the same department as
Yeah,
this.
yeah. No, mine was similar.
But no, so I know in the UK, I don't know if this is still true, but a few years ago they banned like a lot of fetishist porn because they were like, oh, it's crude and people shouldn't be watching it.
It's porn. Like as long as the people who are making it are consenting, and you want to jerk off to it.
They
go
were
right ahead.
like they got like made like bondage porn and stuff like that illegal. Like what the?
I mean, I'm not into that.
Yeah, but it's like, who are you to say what type of like consenting adult porn is legal?
Because I'm superior to you.
But according to my Bible, I just don't think that people should be watching that. No.
I mean, that's what you can think.
Yeah.
The I don't know what the right word to describe it is. The way that topics are described, like pro-choice, pro-life.
Yeah.
It's way more than that. It's way more than pro-choice and way more than pro-life.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I can have respect for the baby that is in your womb, Taryn. The baby that was put there by Emily.
By all the pegging.
Yeah. So, like, I can have respect for that life, but what if you were raped? You don't deserve that.
Yeah.
That baby doesn't deserve a mother who sometimes they feel shame. That's what I've learned. Now, I don't know if that's always the case. That's just a shitty situation to be put in. Now, and I was thinking it in reference. This is a weird way to go from abortion to this, but defund the police. It's a bad name. Defund the police is a bad name.
Even though we've been defunding schools for years and no one's had a problem with it.
Exactly. But we're not going to defund the police. They're not going to have $1 million and then zero.
Yeah, it's about lowering their budget.
It's about redistribution.
Those fucking tactiqueers wearing their like full like get up and having like 3 assault rifles and shit like that. It's like you don't need that to be a cop.
There's a township in New Jersey.
Fucking boots.
Bootlickers?
Yeah.
There's a township in New Jersey that a couple of years ago apparently switched to the method that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
And it has been, they didn't fire a shot in 2020. Police didn't fire a single shot in 2020.
Good for them.
And it's like, it can be done.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, on a large scale basis, it might be a little difficult and there will definitely be some growing pains, but that's what progress is.
Yeah.
Change doesn't just fucking happen. You have to will it, you have to want it, and you have to let it happen. There will be growing pains. That's how you became to be 6 foot. I'll help you out there.
Hey, I'm 6 foot if I'm wearing thick socks, all right? And I wear a 2-inch heel, so...
Yeah. So, like, there's growing pains with this sort of shit. You can't just be like, well, I don't want it to hurt for a little bit. Just wrap the string around your fucking tooth and slam the door. It's gonna hurt. Let change happen because it will be better in the long run. Just because you don't want to feel uncomfortable for fucking 6 months, you're gonna ruin generations.
Yeah. But to dial it back to the being raped abortion argument, I always hate that argument because I'm pro-choice, obviously.
With those leather pants on.
Yeah. And no, it's always like people use the like, well, what if she was raped? It's like, well, no. Why should we give a shit? It's her body. If she wants to have an abortion, fucking do it. I don't care if she was raped. I don't care if it was consent. I don't care what the fuck happened. Like, I always hate that argument. Why do you... Because it's always guys going around, like, touting the opinion of, like, women not being allowed to have abortions. It's like, why does it fucking matter to you? You're gonna walk out on her because she has a kid.
Yeah, you can leave anytime you want. The mother had that child for 9 months, birthed it.
Yeah.
It feels way more of an attachment to you. It's going to be a lot harder for the woman or the mother to leave than you as the father. Yeah, I agree that the rape argument is only made as an extreme, obviously. Yes, it's pro-choice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you if you walk out of this podcast right now and go knock up a girl. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Any
As
situation,
long as I give her $200 for my half of the abortion.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not paying for the full thing. Be an adult. Jeez.
Like, yeah, you both
you
made the
consented,
decision.
probably.
This is so problematic.
Dude.
We're trying to be funny.
Dude. Yeah, we're trying to be funny. So, one of my coworkers...
You knocked her up?
No. Like, I know where his jump in logic was. Like, why he said what he said. But it was so fucking hilarious taken out of context. So we were talking about how a different coworker who doesn't work there anymore has a tendency to ask out underage girls. He just recently asked out his third under 18-year-old girl at the store.
Is this like...
He doesn't work there anymore.
No, is it like well known that these women are under 18?
The most recent one looks it. Like, you look at her and you're just like... Because there's a...
Like, do you work on
there's a coffee
TV show?
shop in the...
Place of your business?
Yeah, in my job. And, like... Shut up. Trying to not get fired over here.
You won't get fired. You can't get fired.
There's a Starbucks in there. There's a coffee shop in there. We live in the Pacific Northwest. Of course it's a fucking Starbucks.
Could be a Dutch Bros.
Yeah, true. Inside? I've never seen one inside of
I've
somewhere.
never seen it inside anywhere.
Yeah.
They're always little islands.
Anyway,
inside
so
out there.
like underage girls will get hired there. Over 18-year-old girls, doesn't matter. Just whoever the fuck applies seems to get the job. And she looks childlike. She's 16. She fucking looks. It's not one of those like maybe she's 18 to 20ish. No, kid. And she's super funny. She is such a nice kid. Like, her and I joke around a lot.
I like how you said she's such a nice kid.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, no, just make sure that you're not sexually attracted to her.
So,
I'm gonna have to look out for you, Taryn.
So we were joking around about it, and I was just like making fun of the dude because it's the third girl that this has happened to, and I was telling another coworker about it, and his choice of words were just so bad. He was like, "Well, yeah, just because you're beautiful and hot doesn't mean you're over 18." And I was like, dude, never say those words in that order again. And like, he's just laughing because like he realized his like how his train of logic messed up. But fast forward, we're talking about another cute girl who used to work in the Starbucks, who's 24 right now, and he just randomly was like, "But I'm not a pedophile, by the way." And it was like, so like if you came in at that point in the argument, because this was like 10 minutes later, like if you would have just come by at this point in the argument, you've been like,
wait, what? Why did you say that? Like, are you like only a pedophile would say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But
Men are
like
dogs, Men are pigs.
Oh yeah, but like granted, the under 18 girl, yeah, she's attractive. She's good. There's nothing weird about that. You can look at a person and be like, yeah, they're attractive, but I'm not sexually attracted to them. Zac Efron's a great example.
You're not sexually attracted to Zac Efron?
No.
That doesn't make your dick wiggle?
No.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
God. No, there's nothing wrong with pointing out that someone's attractive. And like, there being like no...
Isn't attractiveness all about sexualness?
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
I'm drunk.
Like, you can look at someone and just be like, yeah, they have a good jawline. They have good cheekbones. They have, like, good, like, basically, like, physical build.
But then they wear their hat backwards and they look ugly. I was talking about you, because you described you, and then I just went to throw in the hat.
Girls who wear their hat backwards. Fucking
Oh
hot.
God, I'm just like, can we like?
Girls with the ponytail through the.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I don't even like that, but I knew you would.
I'd love that because that usually means they're at a fucking brewery. Girls who
Or
wear
a
a
baseball
baseball cap and they have their ponytail through it, they're either at a baseball game or a brewery, and guess what? They both have a beer in their hands.
So they might find you attractive.
What?
What?
I don't have a ponytail.
No, I said so that they might find you attractive. They got a beer in hand.
Yeah, they do. They definitely
Got the beer goggles.
I'm
up.
like, yeah. Every beer you have, I go up a point.
Damn.
But then I'm funny.
So I only need 2 drinks before you're a 10.
I'm not gonna fist bump you over that because that's really gay.
Dude, stop being a fucking.
Don't look me in the eyes. All right, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
We've kinda
Do
gone off
you want to
deep end.
say what I texted you today?
Which part? What did you text
The
me
hot
today?
girl part.
What? Oh, fucking Jesus.
So what did you say to me?
Okay, I'll read it because I know what you're talking about. So I texted this fucking.
So I was on the phone with my dad when you texted me.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So it was about 5:09 p.m. when I texted you, and I was like, you up? That's what I texted him because, as we talked about your sleep schedule,
It's a disaster.
it's a disaster. And I go, you up? And then I'm like, before he even replied, I'm like, I've said that more to you than I have to hot girls. Like, you know that, like,
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning, you up, girl? What's up?
Yeah. You
know?
up? You trying to smash?
And then Taryn goes, yeah, I'm up, and you can flip me over and pretend I'm a hot girl. I'm like, what the fuck? No, never mind. Because I don't like you. And I'm so glad you have to work tonight, and I get to be alone.
Don't worry, I'll be back at 4 a.m. while you're asleep.
Just outside my door. Scratching.
What are you doing in Indianapolis, Trevor?
What are you doing in your bed, Trevor?
What are you doing in my bed?
I would never sleep in your bed. Even though we have the same bed frame, just mine has a bigger
Dude,
lift.
so ever since I ordered that coffee table, last topic, I've now been getting tons of ads for Wayfair, and they have the coolest fucking shit.
Yeah.
They have an ethanol fucking tabletop fireplace that's like kept inside a glass.
Yeah, I've talked to you about that.
And I'm just like, it's only like $40, man.
It's $40.
$40.
The one I was looking at was $80, and I didn't get it.
$40, and it's like this big. Like this big around.
You know how much I love fire.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I am a big pyromaniac.
Yeah, dude. But like
I
feel
have a Zippo and I don't smoke.
yeah. I feel like that'd definitely be like an in the bedroom thing, since we literally have a fireplace. It has no purpose in the living room.
Yeah, it has no purpose.
Yeah.
I love the fireplace. As soon as you leave, I turn it on.
Why don't you turn it on when I'm home?
I don't know. I just figured you don't like it. You're like all modern art chic, you know?
No, I like the fireplace. I don't turn it on because I thought you didn't like it.
I went camping in the middle of December.
No, I just thought like you'd be like too warm or something. I don't know.
You definitely get like warmer quicker than I do.
True.
So
True.
if you're cold, turn it the fuck on. Okay. We're learning so much about each other. This is how.
Dude, you wear a sweater inside.
That's because I'm usually not wearing a shirt underneath it, but I am right now, so it's okay.
I don't like that.
I need more whiskey,
dude.
and I forgot it upstairs.
Let's close on the podcast. This
is getting off the fucking rails.
it's off the fucking rails.
Taryn bought a new coffee table. It's got cubby holes inside of it.
Like like part of it like flips up and you can put in.
Do I have to build this fucking thing?
From the look of it, no.
Really?
I think it's gonna come one piece. I don't fucking know, man. Either way, I'll help you build it. I like building shit with you. It's like spending time with my dad without the headache.
Hi, Ed. You think Ed?
I don't think he knows we have this.
We should tell Ed.
He has no social media, so I don't think he'll ever find this.
I honestly don't know how people do that. Like, I'm not a big fan of social media, but I still have pretty much social media for everything.
Well, he's just also old.
Yeah, but even old people do.
Yeah,
I get recommendations for your grandpa or something. Whoever.
Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird that we have a grandpa with the same name. I have a grandpa named Gary.
Maybe they're
They're not. Is yours a religious zealot?
He's very religious, yeah.
Jehovah's Witness?
No.
Okay, then.
No. He's Republican, I know that much.
I'm sure if my grandpa wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, he'd be Republican.
Yeah, him and my dad get into it a lot. My dad is the most like rural, grew up in the country, shoots guns,
Democrat.
hard ass fucking man who works, like with his hands. Democrat. And everyone is so shocked when they find out he's Democrat.
Is he a registered Democrat?
Oh, dude, he's hard Democrat.
Like Bernie?
I got him to vote for, if Bernie was the candidate. Like, I got him on the side of Bernie.
Good for you.
Yeah.
See, Taryn is doing good for the world. He's making old people
Because-
vote for Bernie.
No, because he was like, oh, Biden's a good guy. And then I broke down why Bernie was better. And he was like, I'll definitely look into it more. Didn't know that stuff about Bernie, yeah. And I was like,
Bernie is those, we were talking about it yesterday, he's those once in a lifetime, just all around great human beings.
yeah.
And-
Where's he going to get all this money for all this free stuff?
The military budget.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck
And we'll
you.
still have enough money to be 80% what any other country is.
Dude,
Like 80% more.
the average American spends 15% of their paycheck on fucking healthcare. Bernie's plan is 4% of your fucking paycheck. Why are people like, where's he going to get the money for free healthcare? Huh? From you moron.
They're taking the budget and being like adding this onto it. It's like, no.
No,
What
minus 15%.
Yeah.
Then up 4%.
Yeah, it's like you're like what you're thinking of it as like you adding a second house, so you're gonna have another like rent or mortgage. No.
No, you sold the first house.
You sold the first house, and now you're getting a new one.
You have a house that's worth $500,000 and you're paying $2,200 mortgage on it. And you sell that house and now you got a house that's worth $200,000 and your mortgage is like $900.
Yeah,
You're not spending $3,100 on a mortgage.
and
You're
it's
spending
an
$900.
equivalent house.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a better house because there's no
It's more
fucking
rooms.
deductibles.
yeah, it's a better house.
You don't have to pay extra money to go upstairs until you reach a certain amount of money. Then you can just go upstairs whenever you want.
That is the perfect explanation. I think we just found the best way to sell universal health care.
I think you're drunk.
Yeah, and it makes sense to me. So it's going to make sense to the stupid Republicans.
All right, we're done today. We're done. This is the podcast.
Hickory Dickory Dock. That's the name of the podcast.
All right.
Hickory Dickory
All right.
Dock.
This is Taryn. That's Trevor. We're r/signing off.